Hi guys, and welcome to Prediction Week 32, and we start with the lunchtime kickoff, which is Tottenham versus Watford. Great comeback for Tottenham on Wednesday night. They found themselves 1-0 down against Swansea and turned it around and made it 3-1 in the last 3 minutes of the game. So we have to applaud that. Even if you are an Arsenal fan, they have been a lot better than us this season, and they probably are, as I said to you in the previous video, the nearest to the title challenge that we're going to get this season. So going on to the game, I think that Spurs will be growing in confidence after Wednesday night, and as I said, they've had a good season. So they play Watford. I'm going to go Spurs 3, Watford 1. We now go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we have West Ham versus Swansea. Obviously, I've just spoken about Swansea. They'll be really annoyed, pissed off, that they let that 1-0 goal slip and then concede 3 goals in the last 3 minutes of the game. West Ham playing Arsenal on Wednesday. They were dreadful, West Ham. They started off quite brightly, actually, but in the end, Arsenal were just far too strong for them and ended up losing 3-0. So for this game, I think, again, as I said the other week about Chelsea and Man City, I think Swansea will be cautious, and they'll want to tighten up the defence, and they'll be happy to get a point. I think the same for West Ham as well. So for that, I've gone West Ham 1, Swansea 1. We then have Stoke versus Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool as well. I didn't watch the game because I was listening to Arsenal, but they drew 2-2 to Bournemouth. So yeah, apparently they didn't play that particularly too good. As I've said to you many times this season, that Liverpool will turn up in the big games. Against your Manchester Cities, your Arsenals, your Manchester United. They'll turn up for all those. But when it comes to like your Stokes and your Bournemouths and your Crystal Palaces and stuff like that, they just absolutely flop. Don't know what the hell it is. And obviously they're playing Stoke tomorrow. I do think that Liverpool will win. I think they're going to be too strong for Stoke, to be honest with you. But I think they'll only just nick it. So I'm going to go Stoke 1, Liverpool 2. We then have West Brom versus Southampton. Again, West Brom don't make things easy for people. Obviously, they're on a good run at the moment. Drawing to Manchester United, and before that they beat Arsenal 3-1. Southampton not doing too bad themselves, but I think that Southampton are going to be the stronger side in this game. And again, I think they're going to nick it. I'm going to go West Bromwich Albion 1, Southampton 2. We then have Middlesbrough versus Burnley, 2 teams to the bottom. I always talk about crucial 3 points in these kind of games. Can't see it again for this game, so I'm going to go for another draw. Middlesbrough really struggling at the moment. As I said, Burnley are, they can make things difficult. They are a bit better at home. They're a different animal at home, but they are away to at Middlesbrough. So I do think they'll be happy to settle for a point in this game. I'm going to go Middlesbrough 1, Burnley 1. We then have Manchester City versus Hull. Obviously, Manchester City losing to Chelsea on Wednesday. I did watch the game while I was listening to Arsenal because that was on BT Sport and I was listening to Arsenal on the radio. But what I saw was Manchester City had glimpses, where they looked really strong and they looked like they could break Chelsea down. But then obviously Chelsea had the better class and ended up beating them 2-1. And Chelsea were quite comfortable in the end, in my opinion as well. Different game tomorrow against Hull. Obviously Hull will make things hard. Again, they're fighting for their lives, but it is at the Etihad, so I fancy Manchester City to win quite comfortably, but they will have to work for it. So I'm going to go Manchester City 2, Hull 0. And then we have the 5:30 kickoff, which is Bournemouth versus Chelsea. And also just spoke about Bournemouth, drawing to Liverpool, so their confidence will be quite high. And then obviously Chelsea beating Manchester City, and I've said before, Chelsea is the team to beat. I think they've already won the title. I don't think Bournemouth are no mugs. We know that they can make things hard for people, but again, I fancy Chelsea to nick it. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 2. Now we go to the Sunday kickoffs. At 1:30 we have Sunderland versus Manchester United. Again, Sunderland fighting for their lives, and Manchester United as well. They nicked a penalty on Tuesday against Everton. They didn't exactly play their best against Everton. I thought Everton improved quite well actually after the Merseyside derby, but it was a stupid penalty to give away, to be honest. And they found themselves with another draw at Old Trafford, which isn't really good enough for them. I do think they will beat Sunderland, but again, it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to work for it. I'm going to go Sunderland 1, Manchester United 2. And then we have Everton versus Leicester at 4 o'clock. And obviously I just spoke about Everton. You know, they did play really well against Manchester United. I thought they would probably be pissed off and a bit downhearted that they conceded that penalty in the last kick of the game. Obviously I spoke about Leicester. You know, they've changed their attitude since Claudio Ranieri's got sacked. I'm going to go for a lively game in this one, actually. I'm going to go for Everton 2, Leicester City 2. And we have Monday Night Football this week at 8 o'clock. We have Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. And obviously Crystal Palace, I spoke last week, you know, beating Chelsea. I think Crystal Palace won in the week as well. I can't be too sure. I think they won in the week. But obviously Arsenal beating West Ham 3-0 on Wednesday. I'm hoping that's give us a little bit of confidence, and then we can kick on now towards the end of the season and try and get as high as possible in the table. Again, Crystal Palace don't make it out. It's a horrible place to go to, Salisbury, if you're the visiting side. But I do think Arsenal will nick it. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2. So that has been my predictions for this week, guys. I just want to quickly announce, you know, I've said this many times before, you know, this isn't, you know, a serious channel. When I say not a serious channel, I mean it's not like you know your Arsenal fan TVs or I don't know. I mean, so to say, some people, you know, go you know, look after the channel really well. You know, they use expensive cameras and they use proper technology, you know, stuff like that. They structure things out properly. I'm not really interested in doing that kind of thing. As I've said many times, this is just for me, you know, just as a normal football fan, Arsenal fan, you know, to just do my predictions every week and post them on Facebook and Twitter. Some of my mates, you know, and people on Twitter and Facebook can see, you know, my predictions, and sometimes they comment and they tweet me, you know, saying, "Oh, I disagree with you. I disagree with that prediction there," or, you know, I actually agree with your predictions there this week. That's all that these videos are for, you know. So maybe it might change in the future if I get more than 16 or 17 subscribers. But the way I've done things, I have got myself 17 subscribers, so I must be doing something right. Some people must be liking the way I do things around here. So I just wanted to clarify that up, you know, that I don't want it to sound like awful when I say like this isn't a serious channel, like, but it really isn't. I mean, you can choose to watch it or you can choose not to watch it. If you don't agree with my predictions, you can always let me know that you don't agree with my predictions. I'm all for that. People have done that before. But if you do agree with my predictions, I'm all for that as well. Or if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. Some people thumb down the video, they don't like it, that's fine too. And if you like it, you can thumb up the video as well. It's all fine, guys. You know, I'm a passive guy, and as I said, it's not a serious channel, it's just something I enjoy doing. So that's just clarifying that. So thank you for watching this video again, guys, and I will see you next Friday for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.